Okay, here we go. You ready?
What?
There you go.
How comes your uncles look better than you?
He's older than I am too. He said he dyes his hair.
Tell me your name. You don't have to say your real name. Just whatever. Here we go. Ready? Hit the red button. You hit it?
It's on.
did.
Oh, where are we?
Okay, this is KeNneth Bach, motivational speaker. I want to inspire you because I'm in a house right now. I want to call him the Great Hunter.
If bullshit were gold over 2 million years right here.
There you go.
Him and me.
Keep talking. I like it.
Anyway, I don't know what you want me to say, but you remember Muhammad Ali, the boxer?
Yes.
He was an arrogant son of a bitch. He really was. And he
Yes.
said, I'm Superman. I'm everything in the world. Well, he was sitting on an airplane one time. And a stewardess came by and said, Mr. Ali, you have to fasten your seatbelt or the airplane can't take off. He looks up at her and he says, Superman don't need no airplane. Shit,
Keep talking. I love it.
No
Keep
seatbelt.
going.
Superman don't need no seatbelt. And she looked down at him and she said, Superman don't need no airplane.
Tom, just turn around and get the
Jesus, did you get all that really?
get him real quick, and then come back to us. Real quick, get them all three. Come back.
If you're gonna show us some television, I want some money back.
You will get residuals. Okay?
You can actually go online and watch
Leave
it.
it on for a second. I just want to say, I just met this gentleman today. I'm in Virginia. What part of Virginia, Tom?
Glade Hill.
Glade Hill. And
The moonshine capital of the world. What the hell's the matter with you?
yeah.
You guys come down here and you try to fit the hell in here from a big city. Get the hell out of my town.
keep going.
Anyway, go ahead.
Anyway, can I ask you how old you are?
12.
12. See?
Mentally.
Mentally, see? But
99
how long you been hunting?
all my life. Since I was 12 years old in Pennsylvania.
What part of Pennsylvania?
Tamaqua, you know where that is?
Not sure.
Let me go slow. Allentown.
Allentown.
Good.
I'm
33.
from Portersville. You ever heard of Portersville?
Huh?
Portersville.
That's an
Outside of Pittsburgh, 50 miles.
You're on the other side of the state. See, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. You come in here doing an interview, and you know what the fuck you're talking about.
You're exactly
Jesus
right.
Christ, I don't understand
This
this.
is going to be the best interview I've ever
I know,
done.
I can tell it isn't a situation. You ever have sex today?
Not today.
Okay, thank God.
I haven't asked Molly or Jenny.
I got a sheep out there for you. Happen to hit boots?
I might be able to find her.
What?
If she looks interesting.
What? Is this shit the goat?
Yeah, that's what I said. She's got to wink at me first.
I hope the hell you're not taking off.
Yeah, that's it.
Anyway, you know where Allentown is? 33 miles north of there. You're on the other side of the state. I'm on the Philadelphia Eagle side.
Okay.
And Pittsburgh.
Are you still rooting for him?
Who? What's his name? Benny's out for quarterback, you know.
Right.
Anyway, they passed a law out there. They tried to pass 3 gun laws on it, and a judge out there, Allegheny County, shot them all down. The red flag law, magazine law, and some other law. And a judge said they're unconstitutional. I like that situation.
Good. We need
And
more
I don't want
judges
to talk
like that.
about guns and killing because this guy's, terrible. He goes to church with 4 guns.
But you hunt in Ohio, and where else have you hunted? Think of some of the places you've been.
Think of
Yeah,
Canada.
just tell me at Canada.
You know where the George River is?
No, but go
You know where Canada is?
Yes.
Okay,
I've seen both sides of Niagara Falls.
I don't. You see one. I saw you.
That gentleman right there.
You go over. Why'd you go over the damn things in a barrel or some damn thing?
I wanted to.
I know.
He tried to throw me
What
over.
kind of beard is that you got on? That's a piece of shit.
It is. Thank you. Thank you. And just like this, you know what I call this?
I give
I
up.
call myself.
I wouldn't
rooster.
walk around here too much. I'd put a hat on.
I'm looking for that goat.
You better for something because I'd put a hat on that haircut. And you're gonna get shot out here.
Hey, and he don't even have a drink yet. That's what I like
Yes,
about
I
him.
do one.
He's naturally. I call it natural high, right?
Anyway, I've hunted in all over Pennsylvania. I've hunted all over West Nothing. I've hunted in many places in Canada. And the George River runs into Ungava Bay. It runs north. And the George River is about, I'm not kidding you, some places 200 yards wide. And you can drink water anywhere you want out of it. And you fly in there and they stick you in a camp. And they say, go get your caribou. And either they're there or they ain't. There's no in between. And when they're there, don't shoot the first ones you see. Wait a day. 100,000 will come through. Really, I'm not kidding.
I believe you.
And I've hunted out in all different parts of Alaska. I went Gary Vincent up there. He flew me in. And then we got to know somebody good. And I went in unguided for 7. The guy was supposed to come in and see me in 3 days. And he never came back into 7. And I was out there for 10. I got a moose that time, and a moose is a lot of work when you get it.
Is that the moose up there?
No, it's his brother was hanging down the other wall.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I got two different hunts.
Oh, gotcha.
That's all work.
It is.
It's
I believe it.
all bull work, and I put a knife into my leg.
What made you get into hunting? Just
Sex.
Sex. With the animals?
No, I had to fill a void.
Okay, gotcha.
And I either went to the Lord Jesus Christ or I went hunting at that particular. Now I want to go to the Lord Jesus Christ. Am I allowed to say that in your program?
No, I'll take that out. No, I don't. I don't edit nothing.
You
So
know?
what you see is what you
You
get.
gonna play us on television?
Might be.
Could you mention my name, Tom Malashaki? It's a Lithuanian Polak in Glade Hill, Virginia. There ain't many down here. I'm not the only one.
I will. And
He's a hoot, isn't
see,
he?
Tom doesn't like to be on the video. Can't.
I don't really care what the hell he like. There's so many things he don't like. He doesn't like the flu vaccine because it killed 200 kids. 40,000 people saved their lives, but 200 kids died. That's what he lives on. He goes to wacky doctors. He doesn't know what the hell he's doing. He doesn't take his blood sugar. He's a diabetic. What the hell? Why bother taking anything? Do anything?
You ever thought about being a comedian?
I am.
I believe it. I'm getting a kick out of it. I mean, I'm enjoying this. Really.
I am. I do this all the
I
time.
get off on this kind of thing.
Uh-oh.
Isn't that terrible?
Can we get the goat instead?
Let's go find that goat. You'll see some action.
I'm afraid.
No, but seriously.
No, there's all my trophies there. And that's my wife up there. She's lovely. My wife passed away. We were married longer than you're old.
How many?
That's a question. You're supposed to guess.
I'm 61 years old.
Well, we were married for 55.
Wow. God bless
And we
you.
had sex twice. I had 2 children. I can prove that. That's it.
That's cool. That's what it's all about.
I know.
At least you know what it is.
I see how beautiful your family is.
They are. They took after their mother.
Now, go ahead and get my brother Bob in there. He's going hunting.
No, don't
Come
listen
on,
to
Bob. Just tell
Come
me
on,
where you're
Bobby,
going.
get in the picture. Just in
Come
case
on.
he sends me a copy of this
Turn
damn
around
thing,
nicely
Bobby.
and Bob, say where you're going hunting.
Bobby, take your hands out of your pocket. Stop playing with
Be proud
yourself.
of your hat now. What about your hat?
He's pulling a Tom.
Yeah, Franklin County, Ohio is where we're going deer hunting.
You're
There you go. See?
Franklin
And that's
County,
every
Virginia.
year, just about, right?
yeah. And now you're in Franklin County, Virginia.
Yeah.
Okay,
As
bring
long
it
as
back.
you're
Well,
like
we
Bring it
grew
back
up in
on my man
Pennsylvania,
here.
so
Bring it back on my man.
I said we grew up in Pennsylvania.
Western.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Butler County,
Yep.
just north of Pittsburgh. There. In fact, my
Don't
mom
name
and dad
it.
was born and raised in Pittsburgh on Troy Hill. If you
Well,
know
that's
anything-
changed a lot now.
If you know anything about.
I was in
Pittsburgh.
Philadelphia. I went to school at Temple University in Philadelphia, and I said, I'd never go back there.
Yeah.
I loved the school, and I took 2 years of graduate work on it.
You know who I met one time?
Who?
When I was in the car business? You ready for this?
Not really, but go ahead.
Okay. Douglas Fairbanks Jr. I sold him a car for his maid.
You know who I met recently?
Who?
Liz McDavid.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Hey, but I'm serious. It was kind of cool. I didn't even know how popular it was till he sent me a picture. This is how young and ignorant I was. I told Tom this story, but I got to tell you, he sends me a 5x7 picture because he said he was going to send me something, and I was real cocky at the time, so I went and showed my manager.
I know that feeling.
I said, "Look at this picture," and I ripped it up in front of him. And my manager said, "What'd you do that for?" And today, that picture probably worth about $5,000. So he really did give me something. You see what I'm saying? But I met Douglas
It's the
Fairbanks.
typical McDavids. Honestly,
Yeah.
God, they would rip
Actually,
5,000.
I'm the box. I'm the box side.
They'd say, what doesn't matter. It's the same bloodstreams run through there someplace on the whole
Exactly.
thing.
You're right.
And it runs a little sluggish on it. But
So
that's
you're going to tell me your true age now, or what?
Who?
How old are you?
Didn't I tell you?
No, you said
What's
12
my
years old.
birthday? You want to get me something for my birthday?
I will.
You missed. October the 28th. I was, how old was I? 79.
79.
79 years old.
And my body's going. I ran marathons and I loved it.
Well, can I be serious for a minute?
No.
I want to say thank you, really, for this. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. For
I
just
could
a second,
tell.
we're going to start joking again, but I'll be serious. I appreciate you taking your time to do this video.
It was
because
spontaneous,
I like
too.
to document things. You know why?
Well, I give up.
Well, because in the past, some of my family were real successful like yourself, and it never went down in history, you see? And I believe in documenting history. And right now, this is history right here, okay? So I appreciate you.
When I get out of bed, it's history.
But even you joking is history, because look how happy you are. I enjoy how happy
Well,
you
that's
are.
because I'm surrounded by lovely young ladies all the time. They come in and take good care of me.
Oh.
And when I go out with him, it's a joy.
Okay.
Because he sits there and I tell him all kind of lies about what he is. I tell him about lies what his father was. I said, we went to Hippies one time, they came over, and I said, I'd like you to meet the linebacker for the Green Bay Packers. He retired. And Gary could just about lift the whiskey glass up. But we did those kind of things. I see, this is my stage the whole life. I got two things left in my life right now: my mind and my mouth. The rest of my body's hell.
Can I ask you another thing? What made you get started? Like, what got you started? What did you start doing first in your life? What kind of work? What inspired?
Well, I did a lot of things. I worked for a lumber company on it. I drove their trucks, took their orders, learned from good carpenters, learned from good plumbers how they did their job as artists, per se.
Yes.
And little by little, the Lord just took me step by step by step by step. I didn't want to go to a medical school on the whole thing. I didn't really want to go to school on the whole thing, but my father and mother convinced me it would be a good idea to do that. So I went to pharmacy school at Temple University. And you know what it cost me for a semester down there?
What?
$250.
Wow.
You know what it costs now?
What?
$50,000.
Right. I believe it.
I swear to God.
Isn't that crazy? Isn't
Yeah.
that crazy? Just for a piece of paper.
Now you talk about an investment. $500, and Tom drives me around. Figure that all out, will you? Anyway, then I went from that particular point. I bought my own. I was working for another guy, Kaufman Hatboro Drug in Hatboro, Pennsylvania, and the Lord came to me and said, "There's a store for sale." And it was a Jewish boy. He didn't want to sell it to his Jewish people because they were going to screw him, because he wanted to move to California with his wife, and he wouldn't sell it to them. He gave me the best deals in the whole world. A reverse mortgage. If you don't know it, I'm not going to
Yeah,
go
I know.
over
I
it.
know what it is. Go ahead.
I'm not going to go over that whole thing on. And then he wanted, all he wanted for this kind of thing, he dropped everything 1%. He just wanted 12 checks written, dated the right way, for my rent and mortgage ahead of time.
Isn't that cool? So,
It was.
would you consider your life a journey? And we're part
Yes.
of it right now. We're
No,
in
I'm
the-
not. I don't know if I want to make it part of it.
We're in a little piece of your
No,
journey.
seriously. No, I don't know if I want to make it part of my journey.
Well, I want to say it like this. I hope our journeys pass one time again in the
You
future.
go to heaven when you die?
I might.
You go to church?
Yes. No, I don't.
Why not?
I believe in God.
He doesn't believe in you, though. What did you do this morning? What choice did you make when you got out of bed this morning?
Well, he got me here yesterday. Remember,
Huh?
I had.
Excuse me a sec. Would you answer my question?
What did I do this morning?
Yeah.
I woke up.
I know that. You had two choices, God's will or your will. Whose did you take?
His will.
Well, why are you here then?
Because he brought me here.
Oh, he did?
Yes.
What?
Because he wanted me to do this interview with you.
Oh, he did?
Yes, because that's what I do. See, I get inspired by listening to you. And I'm being serious, okay?
I inspire a lot of people.
You do. You inspire me by just coming into this house.
And I got a lot of people that get angry with me, and I love that too. You ever get a black lady when they're really mad at you?
No, let's not get into
Oh
that.
my
now.
God, they go
I've-
right up nose to
I've
nose like
dated a
this.
few.
You did?
Yeah.
Were they nice?
Yeah.
Okay. What color skin did they have?
Well, I can't mention everything.
Were they-
Remember, this is on video now. So
I don't
this
really
is going to
care.
go out to thousands. I know you don't.
I don't. Whatever's on. Anyway,
But I enjoy everybody, okay?
I do too.
Thank you.
Wherever I go, when I go to Walmart, it's my joy. When I go to Lowe's, I'm in the Walmart, I say to people, "Isn't this Lowe's? Where's the pressure-treated lumber?" And they look at me, you got the walker, and they feel sympathetic. They open doors for me. I never had that before.
Let's get a picture of his
I see your drinking cup here.
Huh?
I see you got your drinking cup to carry with
pea
you.
cup, right?
Folks, you want to show me how I use this damn thing? You drop your pants, put your pecker in it, and let the pee go.
You might have to edit this part,
I'm
huh?
not going to edit it. I love
No,
it.
I
Just
know.
it. But I want to say this again. It's a privilege to talk to you. Can I shake your hand, may I?
Yes, you could.
All right. Thank you very much.
I
Really.
appreciate it.
for
Now
your
get
time.
out of my house.
And my name is KeNneth Bach.
And he means
I'm a
it, too.
motivational speaker, and you inspired me today.
Could I go motivational speak with you?
Yes, you can.
Because when I start to speak, the first thing you do, you walk in, you got to get the attention. You know when I used to speak.
That's why I have this.
Now wait a minute.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I used to go to high school to speak to drugs, and I figure, how do I find out how do I get the class involved, because they're dead? So I would go to the teacher and I said, "Give me the names of the people that caused trouble." Well, they couldn't do that. So I said, "I'm going to run my finger down every time I hit a name, cough." So I would start my little speech. I would draw some things on a board, talk about tetrahydrocannabinol, THC, and that kind of good stuff on the thing. And then the first question I would ask would be to that, but after they agreed that it wasn't a good idea, what it did to the central nervous system, et cetera, that's the first person I would ask right there. And he didn't know what the hell to do. Because the class knew he was a bummer, and he said, "Oh, well, someone's up there telling me the right thing," I had a lot of fun. And the nuns loved me.
I believe it.
They did. They took their things.
I don't see how they couldn't love you. Okay.
They
Because
took
you
their
got great
things off.
personality, and I really enjoyed being here.
I know you told me that 4 times.
I'm
Could you get
telling
that
you
part out
again.
of the damn video?
Yeah. Tom, can we get you in there? Put your hat down, Tom. Just
hold on, man.
okay.
Anyway, what else you want to know about me?
You tell me, because okay, have you been you're a contractor now, right?
No, I'm a retired pharmacist.
Retired pharmacist.
I had my own place for 22 years,
And you created it, correct?
no, I bought it from Meyer Tepper.
That's right. You said from a reverse mortgage, right?
Yeah, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. And what it
But
basically,
can I say it in a way like this? Because here's what I like to talk about is when you tell your people, your friends, your dreams, they help you, don't you? Didn't he help you?
oh, it was fantastic.
That's what
But I think God led him that particular way.
I believe so too. And I believe God led us here. I really do. Okay. And I like I said, I believe our moment in time was supposed to happen right here, right now.
You know, I'd love to take you hippies with that haircut. Oh, my
You
God.
ready for what I call myself now? A couple things. You
What?
ready?
No, why? It's my interview. What the hell do I want to know about you?
I won't, okay, I'll leave it to you. Okay.
No, what do they call you?
I call myself the rooster. I created it.
Yeah, I see
the
that.
higher the crest, the badder the rooster. And then my brother asked me why I call myself the average man on Facebook. Well, see, it's what you do that makes you above average, right? But so I call myself the average man because we're all average. But it's what we do that makes us above average. Am I right?
I would suspect so, but I don't really.
But what I'm saying, look what you've done all your life. You've always brought it up a notch, you know?
Or two.
Or two, see? And that's what I'm saying, because we all have the ambitions, but some of us don't follow through, right?
That's right.
So you
You
follow through with your
procrastinate. I'm
dreams.
too tired of doing them things right now.
Yeah, but you did follow through, or you wouldn't have what you have. Because would you? Can you?
Are you interviewing me
Yeah,
questions, or are you going to tell me a
I wanna
story?
ask one more question. No, I wanna ask one more question. Did anybody give you anything? Like, did you start out with nothing?
In essence, yes, but I was blessed through it. I had to get somebody. I had no money. I went to buy the pharmacy.
Okay.
I had to get $16,000, and I had no idea to do it. And mom and dad walked in the bank and co-signed it. And that's the first thing I paid off. My aunt turned around. She said, "I'll tell you what." She said, "I know you're going to make it on the whole thing."
Is it still working? Still run? Okay. There you go. That's the main part I want to get.
And
See, because
she-
that'll inspire young people. That's what I try to
And
do
she
today.
gave me that money, and I paid her back right off the bat on the whole thing. She was beautiful.
Can I ask you one more thing?
You did one more thing. That was two more things
I always
back.
say that's what I'm a salesman. I always say one more thing. Can I ask you one more thing?
yes.
But here's what I want to ask you. Would you agree that you didn't go after the money, you went after your dreams?
Yes.
Okay.
That's
all
the biggest part right there. Because when you put money first and run,
You got that? You got that? Because I say to people, don't go after the money, go after your dreams.
go after the dream, and then money will come.
Yeah, so it follows you around like a puppy, doesn't it?
This is Holly, right?
Yeah, that's Holly. Get a picture of Holly, okay? Because that's what I talk about. If you go after your dreams, develop your
Listen,
skills.
can I show you one of my pictures when I was young?
Sure.
Hey, Tom.
Tom. We need you.
On the table, all the way at the other end of the table, are all those pictures?
Get one of them. Of him when he was young.
Oh, you're gonna love this one.
I believe it. I'm loving it right now. It doesn't matter how
You're gonna love this one, and I hope that picture comes out good because you're not gonna believe what it looks like.
Get another picture of the dog real quick. Look at her. She's a cute little dog. Call her name. What's her name?
Holly.
Holly.
Now look, this is my mother and this is me. And I'd have married my mother if I'd known that.
Turn it around and let him get a close up on her.
I don't want a close up. You want that?
Yeah, look at it. Get a nice, good picture. That's him and that's his mother, right?
Yes.
What was her name?
Mary.
Mary.
Now here's
What was her last name?
Grinkowicz.
Really?
Wait a minute, yes. Really?
Because
Now,
I know
here, hold it.
You've been joking a little bit. I was just
No,
wanna
I'm
make
not
sure.
joking. Everything I said
I'm
is
proud of
serious.
my mom.
Look, excuse me. There's when I was young.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. Get that. Look at that. That's cool as ever.
You see the load of my pants? This is a Coney Island in the ocean. If you had to take a shit, you shit your pants and went in the ocean and bounced up and down and rolled right out.
See that, folks? This is what I love. These are the kind of interviews I love. You know?
I know, I could tell.
I'm being serious because this is what it's all about.
Now, wait a minute, I'm going to show you. This is when I got when I was a scout and we were going to go into the explorers.
Show that picture.
Oh, Jesus
Come on,
God.
real quick.
Fix that
Just real
one
quick.
heater real quick. And,
Go ahead, Tom.
back in.
Tom, don't you want to get your mug in here? Put your hat down and show Tom real quick.
Now, wait a minute.
What?
Tom brought us here. Tom, put your hat down.
Now, this is when I played.
Tom brought us here. That's my nephew. Thank you, Tom, for bringing it. Okay, now back to you. Watch it.
This is when I played on the All-Star team.
Show it to the camera. Which one's you?
Right behind below the coach.
Right below the coach. Okay. You can figure it out, people, who it is.
Now, here's the most important one. That's high school football. That's my number.
He was
That's,
a little guy in the middle then.
their parents wanted them to have a picture taken with the co-captains.
Okay.
And the coach comes up to us and says, Can you take a picture with this little
Which one's you, 58 or 61?
61? What do you mean is the difference? That's Yoni.
Yoni.
He's a Lithuanian Polak. He didn't know what a football was. I said, it's pointed like an A. It's not a basketball. You don't put it in a hoop.
You're a handsome young man.
I was, wasn't I?
He was. I'm not kidding you.
I wish I was
Well, you
smarter.
could tell that by the kids that he had these pictures over, his family members.
That's enough. The rest are,
Okay.
are crap.
Thank you. Seriously.
Okay.
All right, Bob, get a picture of us shaking hands here. This is KeNneth Bach, motivational speaker. If you're not inspired by this video, shame on you. Thank you for listening. All right.
God bless you.
You can turn it off.
Amen.
And God bless you.